Hi guys, good morning. Today I'm gonna talk about a quick Excel case that helps to minimize your work, task, time during data analysis. I have taken the vehicle data set here. If you can find, I have good data points: make, model year, mileage, transmission, fuel type, body type, and few different columns. But since I'm working with few of the quick Excel keys, I have taken a column make and owner count. Yeah. So let me start with copying the cell. When you want to copy the data cell, you can click on Control C and you can click on Control V. The data gets copied, and when you want to cut it, you can click on Control X and Control V. The into the particular cell, it gets uh, pasted. And when you want to undo this action, you can use the Control Z. And when you want to redo this action, you can use Control Y. And when you want to save the data files, you can use Control S. And you want to save it as a new data set, you can use the option Alt F8. And this here you can find different option. You can store the data file in the specific location where it is required. And every time when you are sharing the data reports in the form of Excel to the stakeholders, it looks good when the cursor is placed in the A1 cell, uh, in the when in the data reports. So after saving the data reports, after the complete analysis, you can use Control Home tab, Home option, to place the cursor into the A1 cell and save the file. And this is the basic standard format while sharing the dashboards in the Excel files. And then you whenever you're performing data manipulation or manipulating the data set which is in the table format, there will be a certain task to insert, delete, and manipulate or format the data. At that time, you can use the option Alt HI, which takes you to the insert option here. And you can find insert cells, sheet rows, insert sheet columns, insert sheet. And then when you want to delete the cell, row, or the table, you can use the option Alt HD, which takes you to the option delete. Under home tab here, you can modify the table or the data set based on the requirements. And when you want to format the a table or the data set, you can use the option Alt H. So it takes you to the format tab. Here you can adjust the data cells or the columns on the table based on the requirements, and rename the sheet or the column, or move or copy the data sheets. And you can even change the tab color. These are the different options you can work with. And navigating the sheets, when navigating the data sets, when you're working with a specific table or the dashboard, you can, it is in the form of tables, you can use the option control arrows. When you click on the control right arrow, it takes to the last right cell of the particular table or the data set, or that particular page. And when you click on the left side, it takes you to the right side, left side of the last left side cell of that particular table or the data set or the sheet. And also you can use the control up arrow to navigate to the top cell of that particular row or the table or the data sets. And you can click on the control down arrow to navigate to the top bottom cell of that particular table, data set, or the row or the column or that sheet. And then if you want to add the borders, you can use the option Alt HBA. It automatically adds the borders. And if you want to remove the borders, you can use Alt HB and it automatically removes the border. And here I want to calculate the sum of this owner's account of this particular vehicles. You can use Alt equals, automatically the sum of this particular column gets added. Here you can mention total and you can add the borders. So for different formulas, you can find the quick keys. It helps you to analyze the data little quicker. And when you want to enter the data values manually, which is categorical, and you do not want to enter it every time, you can use the option data validation, which helps you to update the data automatically without any spelling errors or without any special symbol. So you can add it here as a make data validation particular column. I have taken few different options, and you can select the cells where the data validation need to be applied, and now you can go to the option data. Under data tab you can find the validation, and you can click on the validation. Since it is a list of values, I am going to select it list, and I am going to select the range of values here. And then when I click on OK, automatically the data validation gets add on. So you can modify the data based on the requirements. And I do not want Cadillac here. I want it to be placed as an okay. Let me go to Subaru. I do not want Subaru. Rather than Subaru, I need to replace it as an Cadillac. So what I can do is I can use Control F option to find it, and you can use Control H option to replace it. When I'm clicking on Control H option, you can rename it to the Cadillac. In the find place, I'm writing Subaru. Here I'm finding Cadillac. You should be very careful when you're modifying the data sets. If you click on replace all, complete entire sheet data, all the values which are Subaru will get replaced to Cadillac. But when you click on only replace, that particular cell, which is where the cursor is placed and which is noted as Subaru, will get, if it is Subaru, then it will get replaced to Cadillac. Yeah, and it's done. You can click on close, and any of the other options I want to tell was freezing the pans. So when you're working with the huge data set, and if you are doing some data auditing, then you can use the freeze options. It helps you to retain the particular column or the row to be visible every time whenever you are navigating in that particular sheet. So you can click on go to the view option, hold W and F. This is the shortcut key. When you click on freeze pans, you can find the options freeze top row, freeze first column, freeze pan. When I click on freeze top row, the top row gets freezed, and when I navigate to the bottom of the screen, still the first row is visible. So this helps when the data set is very huge. Also, you can navigate and you can know that particular column or the row with which particular data point you are working. Yeah, I hope this helps you, guys. Please find the GitHub link where this shortcut keys are updated, and for more content to follow my channel. Thank you.